Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn calling, and hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are, I guess, testing a little bit, primarily Shadow Pips, because in the patch notes for November 3rd for the Wizard101 test realm, they did say that, apparently they made some adjustments to the way, Shadow Pips generate in Standard. So yeah, we're gonna check that out. Now, first, we're gonna check this out with Lost Souls, just to see if there's any influence from the enemy that you're going against. Kind of the similar way they did with Arc Mastery. Now, I'm not saying that's how Shadow Pips is. I have no idea. That's why we're in here to kind of test it to see if it does influence that. And then if we suspect that we're getting, I guess, Shadow Pips a little bit too quickly, then we can go to Darkmoor, and then we can fight some really hard bosses. And then it's only for standard mode. I believe advanced mode doesn't really have much Shadow Pips. I'll show you guys the fit. We have the Great Inventor's Life Hat, which is basically the same as like the Novice Eternal inspired. That comes with a plus 15 shad rating. And then we're bringing it back with the Spooky Carnival suit, which gives a plus 17 shad rating. Now, if you guys know me, in my later healing videos I did, or previously, I did the Falconine armor, which is a really good upgrade from the Spooky Carnival suit. However, the Spooky Carnival suit does come with shad rating, which is actually kind of the main theme of Darkmoor. So I decided to kind of go back to that, and it's actually been pretty fun. And then for the boots, it's pretty much the same thing. Novice or the Great Inventors, that comes with a 12-piece shad rating. And then over here for the wand, nothing there. If you did want to put a triangle socket wand on, you could do that. Now for the theme, I have a 10-piece for the triangle socket right there. And for the amulet, I have a triangle 10-piece, another one right there. And then for the ring, nothing there, but if you did want to do a triangle socket ring, you could. And you just put another 10 shad there, but I haven't really found any rings that have outgoing and a triangle socket, so just decided against that. And then pet is just a regular pet. And then mount, there's no shad mounts, at least that I know of. And then for the deck, there's no decks that I know of that had a shad rating, but if you wanted to, you can just run a triangle socket deck and, you know, put a plus 10 on that. So our overall shad rating as of right now is at a 90 base, and it is at 154. We are level 180, and we are a life wizard, magic waving into storm. Not that that matters, but let's jump right in and see, I guess, what happens. I'm really hoping that they didn't change it to the point where you don't get shad whatsoever. Let's just see. Alright, so the shad meter is at 30%, so we're going to pass. By the way, I will be eating a McDonald's McChicken sandwich while we do this test, so if you don't like people eating, basically click off the video. Alright, so it is round 2. Now our shad meter is at 62%. Alright. So it appears to be going in like the 30s. Like 30%, 30%, 30%. So I'm wondering if I would need more shad rating in order to get it a little bit faster. Alright. So I'm guessing this will be at 90%. Yeah, they're at 92%. Alright. And this is round 3, I believe. And then round 4, I should get it. Alright, so there we go. So, once we get the Shadow Pip, I believe the gauge will be at 0%. So yeah, it's at 0%. Alright. So let's see what happens. And I think that was up to like 4 rounds. So now this is the reset of round 1, and that is at 25%. Okay. Round 2. 53%. I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with it. Well, now it's at 86%. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know, like, I'm not noticing anything bad with it. I'm pretty sure I got, like, good Chad rating. And then we have our Shadow Pip. Alright. So then that's pretty much all of our Shadow Pips. Oh my god, what just happened to the music? My headphones, I think, just cut out. Sorry about that, y'all. My headphones just frizzled out. Oh, well. My own headphones. I think they turned off by themselves. Alright, now I'm back. Alright, so once you get 2 of your Shadow Pips, that's when, you know, your Shadow Gauge will be full. I think what would have been cool, especially in this update, is, you know, especially since it's dark more and there's a lot of emphasis on shadow magic, I think it would have been cool to see the Wizard's Shadow Gauge meter go up by 3. And probably a reason the devs didn't do that is because they probably thought that would be a little bit too overpowered. They kind of had a same way or same reason with the whole energy. Like right now, the energy has always been capped to like level 130. But theoretically, if they were to keep pushing it, then we would have had like a base of 180 energy, which would have been really beneficial because now you have a bunch of stuff that uses energy, including cantrips, and for raids, it takes a lot of energy elixirs. So probably maybe a similar reason to why we don't, like, why our Shadow Gauge won't even go up by 2 Shadow Pips, because we had 2 Shadow Pips for a very long time. But that definitely would have been a nice little, like, marking point. Like, oh, you can have, like, a total of 3 Shadow Pips. Like, that'd be cool. Alright, but I didn't really notice much happening with, like, the Shadow Gauge. It just kind of went up by, like, 30 by, like, the first set. And then the second set kind of went up by, like, 20. And then, you know, kind of increased over time. So, I mean, I don't have much main gripe about it. Considering that we are, like, fighting a lost soul, I don't know if it's going to be dependent on what your enemy's shad rating is. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you have, like, a gear set that has, like, a 3-piece shad, then you should be good. Yeah, I don't really see much complaints. I mean, I think there will be a lot of complaints, though, for, you know, PvP players and advanced combat players, because this is only focusing on standard mode. So, like, you know, everyday type of stuff. Let's try it again. We'll see if the Shadow Gauge will change. So right now is at, okay, so now it's at 25% for the first round. Okay. And this is, I think, the problem a lot of people have with Shadow Pips in general. It just seems very inconsistent. So now round 2, it is 57%. Wow, that's a lot. All right. So I guess by round 4, we can expect to get a Shadow Pip, I think. So now it's round 3. Now we're at 90%. So yeah, we'll get it round 4. So every time it's round 4, at least for my gear set, I will always get a Shadow Pip, and according by, you know, them. Alright, so there's that. So now the Shadow Gauge resets to 0. And then let's just say I wanted to just save up my Shadow Pips. So now this is the start of round 1. So now it's round 2, and now we get 25%. Again, I think last time it was like at 30%, which is weird. So either 25%, I guess, or 30%? Round 3. 55%. So I think round 4 on the second time. Oh, you done your french fries? Good job. So I think I get the second shad at round 5. Alright. Alright, not too bad. So the Shadow Pip portion, I mean, to me, I really don't think it matters if we go up against a high level mob in general. I mean, I still think it's a little bit, I guess, inconsistent? I don't know. I don't really have much of like a opinion about it. I mean, I always get my Shadow Pips. Like, as long as the players are getting their Shadow Pips, I think that's what matters the most. If it becomes something, I really hope they don't do this. Like, when Arc Mastery first came out, it was scaled to, like, your teammates' Arc Mastery. So, like, if someone on your team had more Arc Mastery than you, then, like, they would get the School Pip first, and then you would have to wait around. But then they changed that to make it to where it kind of scales to, like, the enemy's Arc Mastery. So then you're kind of having to fight about Arc Mastery against the enemy. I'm hoping that with this Shadow Pip thing, I'm hoping it's the second option where it's more like on par with whoever you're fighting and how much like shad rating they have. But again, it's kind of hard to like get a good read about this whole like pip system when there's really not that much information about it. All I'm gonna say for the devs on this is that as long as players are getting shad, that's fine by me. Like, if it takes like 20 rounds to get a Shadow Pip, then something is wrong, and that's when it does become a concern. So now, for our second test, I don't think we have to fight the level 180 mobs or whatever. I really don't. So now, let's try checking out the Shadow transformations. They have been really inconsistent and buggy. They have a new thing called a Shadow Pact system, and basically if you don't fulfill them, it will take like 5 damage, like 5% health damage each turn. So let's try that now as we again wait to get those Shadow Pips. So right now we are at, now we're at 30% now. So around 30%, 25%. Again, a little bit of that inconsistent side. We're still gonna get it round 4 on that first Shadow Pip, and then for the second Shadow Pip we should get it around like round 5-ish. So now it's at 58%. I'm also curious if increasing the shad is really gonna make much of a difference whatsoever, because I'm pretty sure I had a build that had like 200 shad, but I really don't think you need that much shad rating, quite honestly. So we're gonna use the Shadow Sentinel, which thank goodness they buffed. And basically for the Shadow Sentinel, it kind of gambits off a shield. So if you don't have a shield off of yourself, then you pay with your health. So let's do this right now. It's also gonna give us an Ice Pip, which is also pretty cool. Maybe set up for a taunt or something else. Alright, so in my health right now. Pay attention to the health. We have to see if he'll take my health as a payment. So he'll grow. Nothing happened there. I think it happens at the end of the I think it happens at the end of like the Shadow transformation. So there's round 2. And it's at 50 and minus 30%, and it's at 50 and it's at minus 30 damage. Cool stuff. Alright. So now this will be at like 10% health so far. By the end of it, he should take like 15% of my health. Alright, that's the last round. Alright, so 10,650. Okay. My health did go down, but so visually it's a little bit bugged. You have to wait till the round is over. So I took out like a little bit of health, I guess. I mean, like, I don't know. Let's see what happens when we use Dark Surge. That will take 5%. Now, Dark Surge does work. I did this in test round. This does work. $500 damage, Yeah, I don't know. I think when people were complaining about, like, the health percentages, I think a lot of people were just overreacting. I mean, it's like barely taking any of my health away. I mean, I could try it again, but like one Grendel amends, and I can heal myself back up. So I know a lot of people were kind of like concerned about how they're changing all these stuff, but like, yeah, I mean that's like nothing. Like even if you were a storm, like I don't think that would hurt a lot. I mean, I did 5K. That did 5K by itself with like no critical, so yeah, I don't know. Wait, did I get a critical? I don't remember. Oh, you're gonna make chicken. Alright, that's time. That was easy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, the 15% doesn't... I mean, I'm not trying to give the devs any ideas, like, hey, make it like 50% health damage, but... I think I'm kind of talking a little bit more to the community on this one, but like... I only had like 10k health, and... That only dropped me down to like 9k or something like that, so... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really think it's one of those things where a lot of people gotta worry about it. I mean, even this Dark Seraph, like, even this Dark Seraph thing could, like, potentially just heal you, and then you might even kind of forget about the pack whatsoever. Like, I don't know, I just don't feel like... I'm not really feeling the harsh reality of the 15%. So I think, I mean, at least in this build, what's going to happen is that a lot of people are going to ignore the pact because... Well, if there's no reason to do the pact, you might as well just... See, now it's at 25%. So yeah, the Shadow Pip thing is just all over the place. I don't know. I don't know if I gotta get more shadowing or not. But back to what I was saying, I don't really think it matters that much if you fulfill the pact or not. I mean, if you do, that would be great. You won't take any damage, I guess. But like, you know... I mean, at least as a support player, I would be fine with just using my health as the payment. Because especially for Shadow Sentinel, I don't feel like giving myself a random tri-shield. Like, I'd rather give somebody else a tri-shield. I don't know. And I understand what the devs are trying to do. They're trying to make the shadow spells not only more powerful, but also a little bit more engaging. But I don't know, at the same time, I just don't see myself doing it a lot. And maybe that might influence stuff like raids and stuff like that, but I don't know. I just don't see myself really, like, doing much with it. So let's try Dark Seraph, right? Oh, actually, wait, that would... we can't use this because that would actually kill the, that would kill the Lost Soul because it does shadow damage. So let's... Oh, I can't even do Dark Trickster. Alright, Shadow Seraph. Oh, yeah. Another weird thing that also happened in the test realm, for some reason, I don't know why or at least when this happened, but Atmoplex reported about it. The shadow transformations had variants at least from the male and female version. For some reason, and I think it's Shadow Seraph, I think they only have like the male version in it. I don't know much about that. I can pull it up real quick. It's pretty interesting. Alright, so now I'm at Shadow Seraph. Now this one gambits off of any charms that you have. So if I had a charm on myself, it would take that charm as payment, but we're not going to pay it. Now, while we do that, I am going to bring up what I was just talking about. Because I saw that and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, it's not a huge big deal to me. I don't really care. I mean, it's just a video game, but I thought it was pretty interesting. So now this is round 2. And our shadow gauge is at 57%. So again, like I said, we'll get that shadow pip around round 4, and then for the second one on round 5. So at least for me personally, I don't care. As long as I'm getting shadow pips, it doesn't really matter. So there's the last phase. See how much health we got. 10, 6, 2, 9. So then that will do damage, and then we gotta wait around just to see the damage. I don't know if there's a way to fix that to where it actually damages you or what. I don't know. So that's at 23, we're at 10, 606. And then it drops me by 8991. Yeah, but it doesn't feel like, you know, it hurts a little bit, but, you know, again, I can just use a Grendel Amends. I can use a heal. I can use a spree. Like, I can heal this off with a spree if I wanted to. See, I'm thinking in the more, like, healing way. Oh, wait, I think I did get a critical on this one. Oh my god, I did more heal. I did more healing. Yeah, like, no, yeah, it's not, like, a big deal. Like, honestly, if you use it, it is not a big deal, man. I think a lot of people are just paranoid. It's really not a big deal. Alright, so let me show you that thing I was talking about real quick. Switch this over. So that's what I was talking about. So, Atmoplex said that, fun fact, the Shadow Self forms for Seraph, Sentinel, and Shrike were made to look different depending on the player's gender. However, the female versions for Seraph and Sentinel have been removed for many years, unknown exactly when, instead showing only the male version. So yeah, that's what happened. I mean, and I don't know why they did this. Maybe they just didn't want to do it anymore. But you can see that boy, which is style A, this is what the boy versions look. And then this is what the girl version looks for style B. Now, there were also some other shadow transformations as well. And sometimes, if you were lucky enough, you can actually get a critical. And then that would actually, like, change your shadow form as well. I don't know if you can even still do it anymore. But if you did get a critical on that shadow transformation, it was really cool. It would, like, change your form. You would look all buffed up and stuff. I think Blaze Lifehammer has made a video on that a long time ago. I have to look. But I think that would also be cool to add that as a variant as well. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in this game they've had back in the day and stuff. Alright, so I guess we'll do, one more testing. Actually, let me just kill now. I'm not ready. I don't really know what else to test it on. I don't think that we need to go up against like some super high level boss or anything like that. Plus, I don't want to give you guys any spoilers about Darkmoor. Darkmoor is just absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful. But I don't really see much of like a concern with the whole Shadow Pip thing. And I don't know like exactly what the devs are looking for exactly, but you know. And there are some spell fixes that they've done with the shadow transformation spells or the shadow fusion spells. I think the Wings of Night also got fixed up. But yeah, I mean, I have nothing to really complain about, honestly. It looks and feel the same. Now we can go look at the gear, I guess. Actually, no, I'm not even going to show you all the gear. I mean, concerning shad rating, it really depends on you. I mean, I just personally recommend getting a gear set that has like shad on, you know, your hat, your robe, and your boots. And then maybe for the triangle socket, at least for damage, you can run shad rating. As a matter of fact, let's actually try going to our damage set. And let's see if we can just go for like an all shad rating kind of thing. So the avatar does not have shad rating. So let's go. Ooh, actually, the problem is, if I were to go to shad rating for damage, then that would definitely lower my... That would lower my damage. Because, ooh, as a matter of fact, I actually don't like that at all. That's interesting. I'm not sure if I like that at all. That's kind of like why I switched to the Spooky Carnival robe. Because it gives shad rating instead of the Falcon Iron armor. Because the Falcon Iron armor is really good, but it just does not have that shad rating. But I don't know if it will really make much of a difference if we were to run it. So let's try it again. And we'll see the difference on, you know, if it makes a really big difference. I mean, I think we should still get a Shadow Pip round 4, but we'll see. So, yeah, it's at 27%. Okay. Not too bad. I mean, honestly, if there really is no difference, then I guess you can really just run whatever you want. Oh, thank you, Pat. It also just might depend on your playstyle. I'm still going to probably rock the Spooky Carnival robe just because it does come with that Kiss of Death item card. So now we are at 56%. I really am curious if this is like... If this is like concerned with the enemy's Shadow Pip rating. Okay, thank you, Pat. My pet has been very generous this test realm. I will say that. But I just know for a fact in live realm that my pet will never Maycast anything. We'll pass. So this is round 3. So round 4, I believe, is when we should get that shad. I think. Is this round 3? Let's see. Yeah, I got it. Alright. Yeah, I'm not really noticing much of a difference. You know what? What we'll do, we'll go to a high level boss. Not in Darkmoor specifically. Like I said, I don't want to give any spoilers. So let's just go to like a higher level. Let's go for something a little bit higher. Let's just see. Maybe we'll go into like, I don't know. Oh, how about we go to Wizard City Catacombs? That could be it. Let's go to Wizard City Catacombs. I just literally got out of the commons. And then we'll equip our Spooky Carnival robe. Where is that at? Over here. This will be the last test, and then I'm gonna hop off. I'm getting kind of bored. Yeah, like I said, I don't have much complaints about like the whole shadow pack system. I don't have any complaints regarding the whole like Shadow Pip thing. Wow, looks like they took off Portal Apparel. Fun fact, they had the Portal Apparel open for test round and they were doing some testing on it. I guess they're not doing no testing on it. That's funny how they still could never like fix the Portal Apparel. That's like probably one of the most broken things they put in the game. That's funny. So now we're gonna go to Wizard City Catacomb. Now, that is a level 130 dungeon. Well, level 180. I'm not sure if that's really gonna make much of a difference. But surprisingly enough, a lot of people don't know about this place, or they don't want to do it because it is considered like, you know, a side world. You don't really have to do it. No, not a trash mom. I want to go to like the Devourer. I think I saw Ultimate Speedster doing the Devourer solo one time before. I wanted to heal him so bad, man. Oh, man. Let's go all the way down here. I know, it's a little bit of a hike. This is a fun dungeon. Or a fun area. I really liked it. A lot of people don't like it. I liked it. Wait, do I have a jewel on for this pet? I don't. Let me pull out my other pet. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like this area. I loved it. I mean, not the farming part. Actually, the farming part was kind of nice. We had it pretty easy back in the day. Nowadays, it's kind of like, you know, you gotta do a bunch of badge requirements now to craft stuff. There's a back when they had gear set bonuses and all that fun stuff. Good time. They don't really do it like that no more. That was some good times. Am I going the right way? I think I am. I think I can make a left. Yeah. Good times. Good times. I know we're almost there. I can actually look at the Devourer and just look it up real quick just to see. Just to see if they have the stats posted specifically. I don't know if they have shad rating stats for these bosses. I don't think they do. Let me see. They have a max of like 5 shadow pips. Yeah, I don't think they have their own like shad rating. But I just know that the Devourer does, you know, have a lot of shadow pips. It might take a while because he will eat one of us, which is probably, well, me, which is fine. But let's just go. This might actually be one of the best tests, actually, to kind of figure out if your shad rating is going to go against the enemy or not, which I would imagine it wouldn't. And like I said, I really don't know. I'm going to have like Coit explain it to me from like a game developer perspective on what they kind of want to see from the player's reaction from it. I mean, it just kind of looks the same to me. I have to say maybe less inconsistent, but it's still kind of in that gap where it's still a little bit concerning. Like, oh, am I going to go to this round or not? I mean, we've pretty much gotten it always round 4, so we know that for sure. And then for the next pit, we always got it like round 5. So maybe they kind of just updated it to the point where there's no more like inconsistencies with it. That's pretty cool. This was a cool dungeon. They did a good job with this dungeon. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this fight won't be the best. I mean, who knows? We'll see. Let's see. He's gonna eat me, and then I'm not really gonna get any pips at all. So let's see the shadow gauge. Oh my god, the shadow gauge is at 14%. Oh my god. So wait, oh wow, is my prediction correct? Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh wow. Yo, the Devourer is outshading me. Oh my god. 14% is actually crazy. Wow. 14%? Wow. We were up into like 25 to 30% against a lost soul. Oh, that is wild. Wow. Okay, so we're not going to get a shad until like maybe round 5 or round 6 maybe? Oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure I didn't change my gear piece. I mean, I changed it back to the Spooky Carnival. Wow. Alright, let's see what it's at now. We were eating. Oh my god, it's at 31%. Oh my god. So this is round 2. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so I think now we know what they did. At least I think we did. Wow. That definitely makes a huge difference. Yeah, I don't know how players are going to feel about that one, because if you're up against a super duper mega boss, they're going to get the shadow pips before you. And your shad rating, Oh man, oh man, yeah, I don't know. So now this is round 3. Oh my god, dude. Alright, well definitely we are not getting in at round 4. I will tell you that. We definitely are not. See, he already got the Shadow Pip. Wow, this is actually the perfect test for this, actually. Wow. Wow. We're definitely not getting in round 4. Oh my goodness. But hasn't it always been like this? Or am I miscorrect? Am I like not understanding it? Like, I feel like it's always been like this, right? Man. That. Wow, that was just insane. Wow. I'm honestly speechless. Wow. I am really speechless on that. Wow. That really does. Wow. I'm honestly at a loss of words. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think it matters what type of gear set you go with. I think all of the mobs or bosses are just going to outshad you regardless. Oh my goodness. Well, at least for the Devourer in this case, we would definitely need a little bit more shadow rating. But then I would have to sacrifice a lot of outgoing, and I'm not sure if I would want to do that, though, you know? Like, I'm not sure if I would. I don't think it's really that deep, especially if I'm barely using the Shadow Pips in general, but. Ooh! You could feel that change. So now when he spits us back up, I believe that would be round 4. Which, when we were playing against that Lost Soul, is when we would have got that Shadow Pip, but we are definitely not getting it round 4. I would have to say maybe round 6? Maybe 5? I don't think it would be 5. I'm pretty sure around, like, round 6. Spit me. By the way, for this fight, he only eats you up, like, twice, and that's pretty much it. And then he summons like 1 minion, but beyond that, this fight's actually pretty easy. So we're on round 4. Okay, it's at 65%. Okay. Woo! So maybe round 5 I can get lucky and get it? I don't think I'm getting 40 plus shad. Round 5. Definitely around 6. Here come Grundle Amends. No critical, that's fine. We don't need no critical. That still did a lot of healing. That's a max tier. You probably don't even have to max tier Grundle Amends. Raging Bull. Oh wait, I'm actually curious. Did they update the Devourer's deck, or is this the Shadow version? No, this should be a Fire version. Did they update it? No, it's still the same thing. Okay. Wait, is it? Wait, let me look at the wiki. No, it's the, it's kind of like the OG. Is it like the OG one? Huh, I don't know. Alright. Let's. Wait, what round is it? Oh my god, it's round 5. Yeah, no, we're getting it round 6. We're definitely getting it round 6. I'm gonna be surprised if we don't get it round 6. Oof. If we don't get it round 6, then. Depending on the boss you're fighting and how much, like, shadow rating they have, I don't know what to say, man. Like, that will definitely be it. Oh, wait, he just used the new... Oh my god, he just did the new Nested Fury because they updated it. Okay, so they did update the spell deck. It's just a universal change. That's cool. All right. So that was the new Nested Fury. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, so wait, this fight might actually be fun to do now. And you see, it gave him shields. So that might be a buff for the Devourer. Honestly, that might be a buff. That might be a buff, but he can't meet the pact. He doesn't have a heal overtime on himself. So he'll take 15% of damage, which... Wait, what is 15% of damage of 80,000 health? What is that? Oh, yeah, it's growing. Oh, it's growing. Wait, what? Oh, wait, what the heck? Wait, what? Oh, is he crashing out? What? Oh, wait, what? Wait, what is happening? What is going on? Oh, is he... Wait, what? Oh my god. Wait, what the heck just happened? Wait, what? Bro, did he just send his own shadow creature to the shadow realm? Wait, I want to see him. Oh my god, he took that much damage? Bro, what the... Yo! He had 80,000 health and now he has 68,000 health. Bro, that is insane. And we finally got off Shadow Pip. I think that was like round 6, like I said. Oh my god! Dude, that is actually insane, bro. What the... Yo, he took all that damage! Bro, I'm looking at the wiki right now. So if they change like his whole deck, I'll show you. Wait, let me show you all this. Yo! That is nuts! That is nuts. He has all these shadow spells. That is nuts. Wow. Oh my gosh. Dude, theoretically, dude, if you really wanted to. Dude, you could literally just like sit here. Like you could literally just sit here and do absolutely nothing. That's insane to me, bro. That is insane. He took that much damage. Wow. And we definitely know that depending on the enemy, your shadow rating or, you know, how you get those pips will be influenced. I also hope that it's not against like your teammates as well. I hope it's just only for the enemy. Even though I do hate that. Dude, look at this heal overtime. Oh my god, that's sick. Oh wait, it's gonna game it off of my traps. Ah, because I have traps on. Okay, that's cool. That's insane though. What the heck? I kind of want to wait. I want to wait to see if he does it again. I might just sit here and just do like a healing only kind of like Devourer boss battle run. The fact how he took that much damage, but I don't know if it's a glitch, but he like started crashing out. Like he just started like crashing out. I don't know if it's like an overlaying cheat that's messed up or what. But he just started spazzing out. And he just sent his shadow creature away. Like I don't know what was going on with that. I guess he didn't like that. Dude, that is crazy. That's actually crazy to me. I wonder if it was from the Raging Bull and then he did the Nested Fury. I wonder if it's that. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, I'll take a little bit of damage from me, but that's fine. Because I still have the heal overtime on me, which is pretty cool. Oh man, I really wanted to do another spell. I am curious on what the boss's deck would look like. Like, would it have those shadow transformations in? Like, and then they basically just fuse them together? Cause I think they would have to do that for Nested Fury. I think. Oh, there's another Nested Fury. All right. And this is gonna be, I guess, the shadow version. So since it's the shadow version, it's gonna have a pact regardless. Ouchies. That's gonna give him that shield. Yeah, it's gonna give him shields. And then he needs to fulfill the pact, which is any type of heal overtime that's on him, I believe. Let me look at the patch notes real quick. Or let me just look at the, let's go on Twitter. This is insane. This fight might actually be like super easy now. I mean, not that anybody's willing to do it anymore. A lot of people don't want to do it. So yeah, see, his shadow transformation goes up, and then he said blank. Yeah, he just crashes out, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, he just like spazzes out. Maybe it's like, it thinks it's like a hanging effect or something. I have no idea. Because I'm pretty sure that's like one of the cheats for like putting a trap on them. Bro, I know of course probably watching this be like, Richard, what are you doing? Like, I don't know, man. This is nuts. But this boss fight, I don't know if Speed did it though. But hey, this boss fight might be manageable now. At least to try solo. I mean, I don't know if you still could do it. Let me see if I can hit him real quick. Oh wait, I might fizzle. Sorry, let me see. Let me see the new. Let's see. Fire, ice, storm, balance, or not balance. No, we're looking for balance. Balance. Well, I'm about to die though. Yeah, I probably won't. I'm probably about to die though. All right, let's go with balance. Oh my gosh. This dude has like so many threads of all the spells. It's insane. Alright, wait. Nested Fury, October 23rd. So I'm pretty sure. Wait, are those minus 75 shields? Wait. Wait, is that a minus 75 shield? Oh my god, that's a minus 75 shield. Oh, okay. I take back what I said. This fight actually might be a little bit difficult. Hang on, you probably can't see it because of my big fat head. So check this out. That's a minus 75 shield because Nested Fury, and this is what I believe is the top path. This will give 2 minus 75% shields, universal shields. And then he needs that heal overtime. But if it was the bottom path, then he would have gotten like 5 minus 75% shields. I mean, either path, it sucks. Man, that's crazy. Okay, so this boss fight, even though he'll take that health damage, this might actually be a challenge. This might actually be an interesting fight to go into. Huh. Interesting. That is really interesting. And of course, you know, we already figured out that our shadow rating, here, you can look at what Nested Fury looks like if you want. Of course, our shadow rating is also influenced by any boss or mob. So there is a chance that you could be getting less shadow rating or whatever it is. You could be getting it like, you know, in a few more rounds. That is pretty cool though. Man, I'm glad we did that test. So now we basically know, at least guaranteeing that, you know, if you're going up against a Lost Soul, you'll get Shadow Pips pretty easily. But if you're going up against a boss like the Devourer, then that's when your Shadow Pip rating is going to be influenced. And we have a lot of Shadow rating. I think my question is, would we want to get more Shadow rating for the Devourer? That's what I want to know. Because if I wanted to, I could just run all Shad. I mean, I wouldn't have enough. I wouldn't have a lot of outgoing. But if I really wanted to, I could just run, like, Shad everything. Now, where is my triangle? Do I not have a triangle ring? Yes, I do. Over here. I'm gonna go back in that fight with only Shad. Oh, I don't got enough gold. I'm broke. I'm broke. So now our rating is all the way at 207. Now, what's our outgoing? Yeah, our outgoing tanked like 164. I don't even know how I would like increase that. Yeah. Do pets have like a shadow rating talent? Wait, let's check. We got like 3 minutes. I don't know. Like 3 minutes to check before the dungeon closes. Does Aphysis got anything? Reagent shop. Reagent shop. Housing. I can buy housing. Oh, you can buy a Morganth rematch to test out the new Morganth. Because I know with this update they're gonna change the strategy for that or whatever, but hey, I'm telling you now, if you want to do the Morganth rematch, you should probably do it now. Can't say I didn't warn you. How much time we got left? We got like 2 minutes. Alright, I just want to see if they're like... Is there like a shadow talent? Shadow? No? Let's go Pip. I don't think there's really a shadow talent. Yeah, I don't think there's really a shadow talent. I mean, I can Google it. Let me Google it. Wizard101 Shadow Pip Pet Talent. Pip Boost. I am looking for a maximum Shadow Pip Chance Universal. What does Reddit? Shadow Beast to build later. Are the best setups. Pet talents. Painbringer, nah. Yeah, I don't think they really... I don't think they really have it. Yeah, I don't think they really have it. Okay, so final test, and then I'm gonna head off. I feel like I've been saying that all day. So we have 207 shad. Let's see if we can rival the Devourer yet again. I still think it's just insane. Yeah, you would definitely need to do like Rochambeau for him because of the -75. That -75 is... Like, he already has a bunch of resist now, but yeah, that is just rough. That's rough. We'll do ourselves. We'll give ourselves a shield. Why not? Oh wait, I didn't even see. Oh man, I didn't even see what our shad rating was at. Oh man, should I quit? I think I should quit. I did not pay attention to what it was. I was so excited. Alright, let me back out real quick just to see. Unless it show, I don't think it will show me here because I gotta wait until I get puked out. Can I just exit? Nah, I have to walk back. Let's just wait. Let's just wait it out. Gain the power pip. Gain the power pip. Puke me all out. Blah. Oh. Oh. Blah. I'm at 39%. Okay. I really don't think it makes a difference, dude. I think it's just the Devourer has like so much shad rating. Let's see. Let's teleport back in there, and this time we'll look. So previously it was at 14%, I think. Ew, the way he walks is so cool. Yeah, so previously it was 14%, so let's see what it is now. Wait, what is it? It's only at 18%, dude. It's not worth it. It is not worth it, dude. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth it getting that much shad rating. I don't think it matters, or at least to that boss specifically. It is not worth it. You might as well just go back to what I was wearing. That is not worth it, dude. Wow. That only went up by like 4%, dude. Oh man, I can't wait to fight the Devourer, man. That's gonna be a fun boss, man. When this update drops, I'm about to fight that boss. That's gonna be a fun boss, dude. And we already saw him do like Nested Fury and Raging Bull. But dude, if he does some other like the other shadow spells and it has like the shadow variant, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be really fun to see. So that's gonna wrap it up for this shadow, I guess, magic focus testing or testing, whatever I name this video. For shadow pips, I like it. It's a little dicey for the enemies. I think we'll see a lot of complaints about that, just because a lot of people will feel like, you know, they go for like a 3-piece shed or whatever, or if they focus on shadow pips, and then, you know, if it takes you that long to get shadow pips, then a lot of people might feel some type of way. I personally just don't care about it as much as I would want to, but I mean, I think it's pretty decent so far. I mean, I don't know what the devs are trying to look for, but yeah. And then they also fixed some shadow spell bugs here and there. We didn't really look too much into some of the fusion spells. I'll let the community do those. The shadow packs, they look like they work. They take damage at the end of that round. But yeah, I didn't really see much of a complaint for there. I mean, 15%, even if you don't fulfill the pact, doesn't really feel like a lot. And maybe it's just me because I have a lot of health. It might depend on the type of school and what type of stats you're running in general. I would imagine that if you have higher health, that it's probably going to take way more of your health just so it can match that percentage. I mean, we just saw the Devourer have like 80,000 health and then drop down to like 68,000 health because it didn't fulfill that pact. So again, it might depend on, you know, what you want to do about that. If you want to fulfill the pact, that's fine. If you don't, then you could probably just heal it off. You know, probably do some healing spell. You can probably heal it with like a fairy. Probably a fairy would do it too, like a spree or anything. Yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, that's it. I have nothing to say. I mean, I don't care. I don't really care. But yeah, we will definitely see how that works in standard mode, and definitely see what's going on with challenge mode and advanced combat mode, because I know that those specific game modes are usually popular. You know, following the advanced combat rules, that includes stuff like PvP and challenge mode battle and boss rematch battles, and also even raids. And I think that's where their focus should be at instead of standard, because I mean, I think at the point it feels inconsistent, but at the same time it is consistent. It really just depends on the enemy you're fighting. But at the end of the day, as long as players are getting those shadow pips, then I think it's kind of like a fair trade-off. Now, in advanced combat, I usually never get shadow pips and usually don't see them in any raid guides because, well, it's inconsistent. So, again, the devs will have to do a little bit of studying about that. Hopefully this helped somebody out a little bit. But, yeah, it's pretty fun. Alright, I'm going to go now. I will talk to you guys later. And, yeah, peace out.